Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Ashley Van Dyke with Advantage Software, and on today's video, Glue Templates, we're going to expand on what we learned last time about fingerspelling using glue alphabets. So again, I have a sample note file open, but again, I'm also going to start by going to the Help menu. So I'll press F1 to open Help, and I'm going to type in glue, and one of the options that I get is Glue Templates. I'll click on that, and this tells me a bit about glue alphabets. And if I go down, there is a template section. And so if we look here, there are templates that can allow you to use the same fingerspelling dictionary over and over. So you can use the same 26 letters. However, before you begin fingerspelling, you can use one of these template triggers to determine what format the following fingerspelled letters are going to take. And so there are a number of different formats here. I'm not going to show all of them in this video, but I'll show you how they do work. And so in the examples here, open curly bracket, ampersand, asterisk, close curly bracket will give you lowercase letters glued together if you use these definitions for your fingerspelled letters. Open bracket, ampersand, hyphen, asterisk, close bracket will hyphenate those lowercase letters. You can surround the asterisk, which stands for the letter in each of these templates, with parentheses to surround your letters with parentheses. And you can use the cap command, which is a pipe, before the letter to tell each of these letters to glue together in a capitalized fashion instead. And here we've combined the pipe character with the hyphen character to capitalize and hyphenate the result. Next, we're combining the capitalized command with parentheses around the letter to get parentheticalized letters in all caps. And there's also a little trick listed where you can use any of the templates and then use a standalone capitalization stroke to get an initial capitalized result. Additionally, if you want to force lowercase, you can use a template that has the less than sign. So here again is a table that shows you all of the templates and the result that you'll get when you use them with the spelling dictionary entries listed. And so the way that these work is that you would write a stroke defined with the template first, and then write ABC or whatever the instance that your spelling may be. And so if we go back to my note file here, for the question for my first name, I have the regular glue command specified. And so this is going to glue these letters together in lowercase as I've defined. And you see that in between each word, I have a space still. However, I have not included a glue command for the following words, and I'm going to show you why I did that because you don't usually want to do that. Next, I have another example where the entries will be capitalized. And the last example will have a hyphenated example. And finally, we have capitalized and hyphenated examples for each word in my last name. And you see that here, in addition to the space separating each of the words that I'm fingerspelling, I also have a glue template command before each of my fingerspelled words. So let's see what this looks like in the ECL file. So here, before I started spelling my first name, you see that I have the template trigger for spelling in lowercase, which I used as A and then the comma. And so this first word is spelled in lowercase, except for the first letter because it's at the beginning of a sentence. If I move to the next word, you see that I have my space stroke, and then all I do is spell the word. And this is in all lowercase because I didn't give it any other specification. And so on these words, even though I didn't use a template command to tell them what to do, I was still able to fingerspell anything that I need to. And if I want to, I can mark these and hyphenate or do anything that I need to during editing. However, since I didn't stroke a template command before I started spelling each of these words, all they did was come out exactly as they are in my dictionary and they stuck together. So in the next example, I use the stroke for capitalizing my glue template before Ashley. And so that's K and comma in this example. And so you see that I put that before I fingerspelled Ashley. However, if we look before Van, I only have the space there. I don't have another glue template command like we see here with the KRBGS, that's going to command the van to be all caps as well. And so keep in mind, if you're spelling multiple words back to back, not only do you need to put spaces between them, but if you're using the glue templates, you'll need to use a glue template for each of these words. So now I did the same thing with the hyphenated entry. So here, this is my entry H*RBGS, and that is for capitalized entries with a hyphen. And so I stroked that before I spelled out Ashley, but I didn't stroke that before I spelled out Van or Dyke. And so that format only applied to Ashley, since before I wrote Van, I used the space stroke to separate the words. If I hadn't used the space stroke, the Van would be tied right up next to Ashley and there would be no space there. And for this last example, I've put a trigger template stroke before each of the words. So here I have the one that I defined for using the hyphen with capital letters. And then we move to the next word and I have my space stroke. And then I have a stroke to use the period delineated glue template that also capitalizes the word. And for the last word, I switched right back to the hyphen delineated option instead. But again, I preceded it with a space and then a new template stroke. And so if we return to help and open up the glue templates list, what you can do is create a standalone stroke for as many of these entries as you would use in your work. If in your style of work you never use lowercase letters glued together with hyphens, then you wouldn't need a stroke for this entry. You would only need a glue template stroke for each of these formats that you plan to use in the future, and then you would need a stroke in your dictionary to work with each of these letters. So for each of the 26 letters, you'd need an individual stroke to spell them out. However, you can simply precede each of those spellings with any of these templates to get the formatting that you'd like in the end. And I definitely recommend referring to the Glue Characters Help article for information about these definitions. This is the best place to find it, and everything and all of the possibilities and all of the outcomes are outlined very clearly for you to refer to here. Glue templates are super powerful and customizable, and they allow you to get exactly the results that you'd like all the time. Don't forget that Advantage Software offers anytime support. Tech support can be reached with any question anytime, including weekends and holidays, at 772-288-3266. Email support is also available at support@eclipsecat.com. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when we publish new content in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day.